there's a line from Visakan Virasamy. He says, "I have not yet grown wise enough to deeply enjoy simple things." And this is an idea I've been thinking about recently. There is a kind of embarrassment in the modern world at taking pleasure from ordinary pursuits. This sort of sense that the things that I feel particularly proud about and that I take a sense of self-worth from and fulfillment, they should be grand. Because how feeble, how shallow, how unimpressive a life it is that lying in a hammock for a couple of hours can be one of the greatest sources of joy. Like, no, you're supposed to be base jumping from the edge of a skyscraper, just off the back end of some VIP trip to Ibiza to go and watch, it's supposed to be this grand thing. And that line, "I have not yet grown wise enough to deeply enjoy simple things," I think is a pathology of the modern world.
Should we quote Naval? I mean, he's the best of us. If you're not happy having a coffee with a friend, you won't be happy on a yacht.
Yeah.
I did have coffee with a friend on a yacht recently and went,
"Hey, I've done
this is
both.
good.
It's even better.
I'm enjoying all of it.
Yeah.
This is great.
It is better.
It's a big boat."
Yeah. But no, there's an interesting challenge there, I think, for people that are perennial overthinkers, because a lot of them will feel things more deeply than they should do, including the shame of feeling things more deeply than they should do. It's this odd sort of recursive loop.
Yeah. Are you allowing yourself to enjoy anything at the moment?
I'm trying to as much as I can. I mean, look, some of the things that I've learned, the celebration thing is gratitude in action, I think is a beautiful way to summarize something that I've kind of been floating around. I'm trying to build a studio and an office here in Austin because I basically took the working from home pill during COVID and then never realized that COVID had finished. Just thought I'm just going to, solopreneur, degenerate Lone Ranger my way through this thing. But we hit 1 million subs and I got to ring Dean. We hit 2 million subs and I think I broke off from work for a little while. I hit 3 million subs on a plane. And I just didn't, it's just another thing that happens despite it being something that we worked toward for a long time. And you might go, "Well, you're not doing it for the subscriber count." You go, "Okay, so at what point are you going to allow yourself to arrive? When are you actually going to celebrate this sort of a thing?"
Well, it's interesting. That thing of like, when it gets to a certain number of subscribers, you do a Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Q&A should just be a regular thing. Because I think it's a bit like the newsletter. It's like it's sort of almost allowing people to check in with you on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you don't allow yourself to do that because like if your whole interviewing style is
about the guest.
Yeah, you're very much in service of the guest. And
my goal is to make you or whoever's sat in front of me look as good as possible.
Okay,
not to make it about me.
Okay, well, when's that going to shift? When's it going to shift? Because how many books do you need to read? How many people do you need to sit with and talk to and add value to? How many quotes do you need before you go, "I'm enough.
I've arrived.
I can just talk. I can just talk about life and what I think, and I'm enough."
It's a good question. There is definitely still a kind of imposter syndrome, not around what I do, but around stepping into the more sort of guru side of this stuff. And I think that in some ways that's healthy because there's certainly a lot of people who completely bypass the learning thing and go straight into the proselytizing thing without having done any of the work to get up there.
I mean, I'm a big fan of imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of think if you're not feeling it every 18 months, you're not pushing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that thing of like doing things that you're not quite comfortable with on a regular basis it's a pretty good sign you're making some progress.
Is that difficult for you, given that kind of all of the things that you sort of can do now? Like what?
Yeah, no, I put arenas in the UK, so I'm playing arenas at the end of the year.
No way.
And it's like that's a like, 'cause I'm used to playing theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And I do arenas in different markets in the world, like in Australia and New Zealand. I'm playing arenas next year, but in the UK I kind of haven't
Where
done
are you
it.
playing?
Like 10 cities around the UK, and then in Australia and New Zealand.
What? Do you
everywhere.
Yeah. Do you know what dates you're doing in the UK? When
I'm doing it's November and December, but I'm playing in the round, because it's that thing where I did a gig. I was in Melbourne, had one night off in the tour, and Chappelle was in town, and he called and said, "What's popping?" I said, "Oh, you're doing a show." I said, "Oh, I'll come down and play."
Mhm.
And he played it in the round, and it was like being a boxer. And you sort of realize there was like 14,000 people in there, but no one had a bad seat
Wow.
because there's screens above
Mhm.
and you're just kind of gently rotating and delivering to
You're like
different...
the lazy Susan of the combat world.
Yeah. It was literally... It was so exciting though, walking on. And it was that thing, and it was outside, and I loved how nervous I was walking
Oh, so
on.
you did a little warm-up boy for him?
Oh yeah, only like a half hour or whatever.
Only a half hour for
Yeah,
Dave
but
Chappelle
it was
in an arena.
but it was so fun. And then I kind of thought,
Dude, you're
oh, this
crushing
is
it.
the
You're
way to
so
do it.
sick. I love being friends with you. I think it's so cool to watch you do this stuff.
But pushing yourself and getting to that space is it's really exciting. And then playing America, I'm sort of traveling across America and really trying to, I suppose it's that thing of it's the same as the Beatles. You know, you're taking something that is, stand-up is an American medium, really. If you think about what America's given the world culturally, it's the Western jazz music and stand-up comedy.